Hello everyone. So since I have the trailer about where I want it, as far as paint coverage, etc., it's time to get the tongue out of the garage. That has been hanging there for 11 years. Alright, see if I can do this without hurting myself. I got it up there, just don't remember how. I think I put some of this stuff up after I hung the tongue. That would make sense. Of course it would. Alright. I'll leave you like that. And let's see if we can get this down and resting on something. Yeah. Well, if I can get it to balance there. This is a lot of ifs. I don't think it's going to work too well. Okay. Do that. Whew, okay. Haven't died yet. I don't want to hung this stuff up here. I didn't think about this. There it is. Got it out. All right. That is AFU. So what happened, I vaguely remember this. My uncle was pulling the boat and he backed it up and he jackknifed it. This trailer used to come out to about there, and he bent the tongue so bad that they cut it off and they moved the coupler way back here, and they never did straighten out this landing foot, and I'm not going to straighten it out either. I'll get this thing washed up and see how much I need to touch up, and we'll go from there. I knew that was going to happen. cleaned up pretty good. Got some rust to deal with. I'll get a rag out here and I'll wipe that down proper, and we'll go from there. So one thing about the tongue, when I started the restoration 11 years ago, I didn't use self-etching primer, but it's not bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch up the places where the rust is coming through with the self-etching primer. I'm going to go ahead and take the wheel with the grinder, and I'm going to touch all that up. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to go from there. So I'm not sure what I expected to see after 11 years. But it wasn't this, but this is okay. I'll hit it with my orbital sander first and see what happens. And then, of course, I've got my drill with some removal tools and my wire wheel on the grinder. So the regular primer that I sprayed on there stayed better than I thought it would. I etched it when I stripped it 11 years ago. I etched it with acetone and then I painted it with regular primer. I do have self-etching primer now. But anyway, I am going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back and spray the top and sides. That's better. Alright, so that's as good as it's going to get. It's not going to be perfect. I don't expect it to be perfect. It's going to look okay from 20 feet away. That's all I care about. So we will let that dry the rest of the way and then we'll spray it.
Dry for about an hour, and come out, flip it over, and do the top.
Right, now, time to do the top. So now I got to move the tongue from the buckets to the trapeze. I think I need to move that hanger down there.
Good grief. That took more than I thought it would.
Empty. So I'm going to let this dry for about an hour and then come out and check it. And may let it dry for 2 hours. May need some more coverage in here. Not sure yet. Maybe some in here, but we'll see. So I thought I'd come back out a little early and check on it, make sure the bugs hadn't landed and died in it. Something did. It's all right. I think it looks pretty good. So we'll let it sit for a while longer and go from there. Alright, so I've done a few things in the interim. I had to wash the car because I found a burned up firework on it and put all sorts of brown dust on the car. This will look pretty good. That is dry to the touch now. That's good. Excellent. Since that's dry to the touch, I might go ahead and attach it to the trailer. I think I'll do that. That way I've got this not hanging here. There for now. All right. The wind started blowing. Alright.
No.
Really fun part. Alright, so since this is going to end up on the ground a good bit, I'm going to wrap the towel around it. Like that. I don't understand why you're mowing in the heat of the day. Keep from dragging it on the ground. I'm going to. But it's got to end up on the ground sometime. So, that's just the nature of what's going to happen here. Back here, show you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to marry these two pieces. This goes up into here. And once I do that, I can put a bucket under the tongue there and support the whole trailer. Like I said, I scratched it a little bit. So we'll touch that up when we're done. I do not remember precisely what direction these went on. Maybe. somehow get it to stay. Okay, so which one's taller? I think that's gonna work pretty good. Alright, not bad. Alrighty. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back out and lower that and put the end of the tongue on a bucket. Well, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please do subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers as an initial goal, and every like and subscription helps immensely. But with that, I will see you later.